Welcome, strategy game fans. Rob here from eXplore, here with Knights of Honor 2, which is a game that I did not expect to be playing in 2022, let alone now, which is really exciting. I was really happy to see it come across the desk, Explore, and I've been trying to kind of catch myself up with the gameplay. It's been so long since I've played the original that it may just be, a game. I'm doing my best, right? Because it's been a long time and I'm trying to remember how to play. I've learned the basics for sure, but I wanted to show you guys just really what this game is shaping up to be like. I mean, it's coming out into full release, and I do have some complaints or maybe some concerns, but the overall gameplay itself seems to be pretty much intact, which, for better or worse, is there. So let's go ahead and start. The THQ guys started as Aragon, which I thought was a really good spot to start because it's really it's much easier to start in a smaller area here, especially when you have less than 2 or 3 provinces to mess with. So instead of Aragon, maybe we start with Castile or Leon. I'm thinking Leon, actually. Since they have 3 provinces, we can start to push eastward and get an idea of like where we want to go. I definitely want to take Leon and then maybe into Navarra, and then maybe even Castile, depending on what we want to do. But yeah, let's take Leon and let's get started. I don't know how to pronounce that officially. All right, so welcome, sire. So I forgot to turn off it's got a decent little tutorial system. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the tutorial as they come up. Weird thing is like I feel like some of these portraits are actually the same pixel portraits from the game 18 years ago. That's one of my complaints, right? So that's the first thing that pops out. I also don't like that you can't push space to pause it. In fact, I meant to change that. Let's see if we can change controls here. And we'll go down and see if P is something that I can change to just spacebar. Focus selection, I don't really like that. So instead, let's see if we can find, pause game. We're going to hit the spacebar instead. And with that, let's go ahead and pause the game for a brief moment. Take a look at what we've got. So we can shift A to bring out our overall view here. And looks like we actually have 4 provinces. Let me come over here and look at this for a second. So let's shift A back over. And we have four cities here. All right, so Leon's actually a good start. A little bit more than I'd hoped to start off with, but that's fine. We will learn as we go, or actually try to manage, I should say, as we go. My first order of business for myself normally is what see these icons here. They look like they're actually out of the original game. Like so much of this game looks updated, and then you look at the icons and it looks like it came straight out of the original game. It's insane. So we're gonna hire a merchant.
What a fine day to trade.
All right, and we're going to get some trade going. So first of all, we're going to gain level here. We'll take one of the available skills by looking at what they've got. Logistics is going to give me character level, army, travel speed, eventually some, storage and stuff like that. +1, yeah, that looks decent. Stewardship is +1 character level. Then we get some more gold. I'm going to go with logistics. Improves food storage and transportation techniques, in addition to enabling the imports of goods from distant kingdoms.
King Midas will soon
We're going to go ahead and do that.
Compared to you.
We're also going to look at who we could possibly... Oh, I keep going to that instead. Who we want to start trading with, because we want to get a lot of money going, right? So we want to start improving our cities and getting a good infrastructure going. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and befriend Castile. Hopefully, they're trusting of us, so we'll be able to probably... I'm sorry, I should have disabled... I saw that we could disable tips. I'm going to do that. Let's see if we can do... Yep.
Merchants, sire.
They're going to go ahead and allow for our merchants to start a trade agreement with them. And we can also take this guy here, too, and we're going to govern a town with him. Probably... Actually, let's see which one we want him to go to. Leon seems to be our big one, but maybe Compostela. Sorry if I'm butchering these. I'm really sorry about that. So we'll go ahead and take that, and then we're going to go ahead and have him trade with Kingdom. We're about to take out Navarra, so we're going to go ahead and have them trade with Castile. for 24 gold.
I will travel far and wide to bring you riches, my lord.
And I don't know if you can hear that voiceover work. It's it's kind of silly, but it's fine. I dig it. But yeah, the weird thing in these portraits look like, I mean, you have to be able to see that. Even some of the so I'm gonna go ahead and disable tips now. Some of the, if you look at, oh no, that's my thing. If we look at some of the flags, that actually looks decent. Come over here, that one actually looks decent. There's a couple of them that look like they are like super low res for some reason. It's a very weird, strange issue. But yeah, maybe we'll find one. I'll eventually find one. Yeah, so there's some weird graphical things that just don't really add up, considering how much more, how much better this game looks and how much effort was clearly put into like the terrain and stuff like
I
that.
have arrived, sire.
All right, trade with Castile is established. Very good. So now we're going to be increased. Our royal treasury is going to be increased quite a bit. Let's look at our family line here for a second. So we have quite a few prince and princesses, which is great because we'll be able to marry those people off and establish some alliances and stuff like that. In fact, speaking of alliances, let's go ahead and look to, if we're going to take out Navarra eventually, I want to, no, we're going to do this. I want to see what was going on here. I want to talk to these guys here and ask for a trade agreement. Okay, maybe not. So let's offer some gold and maybe that'll help with a possible trade agreement. We'll come back and we'll also start to, like I said, build our infrastructure. So in Leon, let's take a look and see what we can do here. So we're actually, our stability is kind of low. We have some workers. We could use some housing in order to get some more workers as they come in, because we'll want to get some squads. In fact, we'll go ahead and take some squads of peasants. And maybe we work towards a village militia here in Leon. And that'll allow us to build the next level, which is the militia, light militia troops here. So we'll take care of that. And that's going to drop our treasury down pretty low. We're going to come over here and we're going to go ahead and look at Market Square in order to kind of build our treasury back up after all that. And what we'll do is we'll speed things up just a little bit. And our focus now will be to, I mean, as we're getting more gold, we're going to start to look at possibly hiring maybe a diplomat. I feel like that might be my next best bet. We're going to go ahead and do that, actually. We'll see what we do. We can do negotiation for character level, kingdom influence, and then rhetoric for character level and chance to successfully improve opinions, and then plotting. So we're not going to use this person as a spy. So we'll go to negotiation.
That would be unwise.
Oh, I don't have the skill level, the books level. So instead, we'll go ahead and we'll govern Salamanca here.
I hope that the locals are well mannered.
And we're going to improve relations with probably, let's go down into improving relations with, I keep doing that, I don't mean to do that. Let's do it with Aragon.
Who needs convincing?
Or we could do improve relations with England itself, so that once we start to get into this battle with
I'm off to make some new friends.
the folks here in Navarra, they'll be able to like kind of maybe at least maybe help a little bit, but we'll see. All right, so our religion spread. So King Alfonso the Ninth has arrived in our royal chambers with the divine request of spreading Catholicism among the
What should I
Almohads.
tell them?
And yeah, that's probably not a good idea. It's probably not a good idea because they're all Muslim, so we don't want to really worry about that. So King Henry the Third from England welcomes the arrival of diplomat Alfonso and says he's looking for. Okay, great. So that's a good sign. Foreign merchants have set up shops in our kingdoms, and you know what we'll do too is we'll go ahead and I think we already did this, right? We have. All right. Maybe we do a royal wedding with these guys. So we'll offer up our princess. Ooh, to the king. All right, that's great. So then we'll have some ties here. So, sire, word to spread that someone in Castile has been secretly diverting shipments of gold unbeknownst to the local authorities. A merchant Madila can take advantage of the scandal and direct blame onto merchant Ramon from Aragon. Absolutely. Oh, but then we... You know what? We're going to do
A
this.
fine plan, sire.
We'll go ahead and pass the blame off here a little bit. Alright, so now we've built our village militia, and we'll look to build a market square here as well next time we have enough money. Merchant failed. Oh, that's too bad. Alright. But we can also look to improve these guys, so like we can improve it to training grounds. I really want also barracks too. We're going to have to start to look at what we do best here in each of these provinces. So cattle farming is a big one for us. All right, it requires a cattle farm. We also have horse breeding, which is going to be important. And woodworking, of course, too. And then let's see what else we have in other towns. We have hill forts, saltpeter trade. We have flax growing, woodworking, and metalworking. And that must mean that we have a mine here. We have iron ore. Okay, good to go. And amber deposits. That'll be good for us later, too. And then what do we have in Salamanca here? Sheep farming and sulfur trade. So we must have a sulfur deposit. There we go. We do. All right. Things are looking pretty good. I didn't realize that these guys actually started in a pretty good spot. Leon here, the Kingdom of Leon. And we're almost at the point where we can go ahead and... Yeah, we do have enough for the market square. So we're going to go ahead and build the market square. And we will increase our coffers. I wonder where these guys are going. Meeting a bunch of peasants. Where are you guys going?
The world at your fingertips.
We're also on friendly terms. Maybe we offer a royal wedding with these guys too.
We have received a diplomatic message.
Okay. Never mind then. Alamads ask us to join. Absolutely not. So where is the Talmudot? They're Sunni, so they're Islam. They're Muslim as well. I actually don't know where these guys are. I imagine they're down. Oh, they're way down here. It's almost like I should say yes just because it would help our opinion. And right now they're already kind of negative towards us. We're going to go ahead and say yes because we're most likely never going to be doing anything anyways. We accepted merchants from Castile and made sure there will be no obstacles for them to trade. Very good. All right.
A new construction has been finished, my lord.
Awesome. So an opportunity to send King Alfonso IX to Rome has arisen, sire. His mission will be of diplomacy where he will attempt to improve our relations with the Papal States. Diplomatic and... You know what? We'll go ahead and send
I
him.
will exchange knowledge with these fine people.
And then Navarra is trusting of us, huh? Why are you trusting of us? While Aragon is actually neutral. Maybe we change our target. Maybe we go after Aragon instead. Okay, so how about we do... you won't trade with me. So... Let's see if there's anything else we want to do right now. So we don't want to use the clerics right yet. We could hire a marshal, but I'm not really sure about hiring a marshal just yet. I want to use that money towards continuing to improve our infrastructure. So, sire, word has spread that someone in Castile has been secretly diverting shipments of old gold. Our merchant Medilo can take advantage of the scandal and direct blame on the merchant Calteb from Almads. So the relationship between Castile and Almads would be bad. It's going to cost me 200. We're going to try it. All right. So in Leon, we have now the market square. We'll come over here, and maybe it's time to start building things over here as well. So market square is going to be the next thing first. Merchant succeeded. All right, good to go. Speaking of opinions, we got to look at what we've got here. So the nobility opinion
I shall write a
is
memoir of my great
-1. Our army
accomplishments.
opinion is -1 as well. And we actually just
Our
increased our
diplomat
papal
has
opinion, which is
strengthened
great.
our bond with another kingdom.
Oh, very good. So maybe now they will accept a trade agreement. Okay, maybe not. Maybe in a few years, they say. And that is good enough for me. So we just want to continue to increase our coffers here, really. I'm going to speed things up just a little bit more so that we can get to the point where we build this marketplace again here in Compostela. All right. Here we go. And as we increase our economy, we're going to start building some, or I guess accumulating some armies. Because I think what I want to do is actually
Political
take
view.
on Aragon.
We have erected a new building, sire.
Because I think that's going to be who's going to be fun to tackle. Plus, they have 2 provinces, so we could probably just take... Ooh, looks like they're already burning. Oh, man, I wonder what's going on over here. So, who's destroying them? I'm really interested. It might be actually these guys, or sorry, not these guys, but Castile? Are you guys fighting them? Friends with Navarra, the Almohads, and Leon. They're not at war with the Aragons. What about you guys? Threats, the Toulouse. Enemies. Alright, at least we're not part of the enemy group. And we're allies. What? We're allies? Oh, right. We're fighting a war right now, supposedly. That's right.
A foreign kingdom wishes to arrange marriage.
Let's marry Prince Alfonso and Princess Constanza. Yes, actually. Let's do that. And then what we can do next is start
Sire,
to
we've pleased
accumulate
our nobility.
nobility. All right, so we actually are doing pretty well with our opinion right now. So what we want to do now is probably take on a marshal in Leon,
My liege.
and we can
Yes.
drive him into
Back
here,
to the castle.
and we'll take a couple of the militia here and bring them over to our army here. And that army is only 1,800. And there's a 3,600 strong army over there, so that's pretty wild. Alright, we're gonna have to wait for this one. We definitely want to get some barracks going. Trade center moved to... Yeah, we don't care about that. Trade opportunity, expand trade. We have an opportunity to expand our trade with Castile thanks to Merchant Vadillo. Should we proceed? Absolutely.
Just send me the gold.
Alright.
Merchants in our kingdom applaud our actions, sire.
We've struck a fine deal.
Alright, good. So our merchants are happy. Our army is not so happy. Everybody else at least is at 0. And we are now making 83 gold, I guess, per turn, per day. I don't know how this works. There's no turns. I don't know how often this stuff goes. Every 5 seconds. How about that? Alright, so what we'll do next. So I definitely think we're going to work with the barracks. I mean, here, cattle farming in Leon. Let me see. So we can right click to keep that up, which I think is awesome. It's almost like nested tooltips. Because right here, we see this as food, right? It's food income. We have positive income as it is. And then we can also come and look here, and this is commerce, right? Used for maintaining trade activities with other kingdoms and colonies. So we gain food and commerce from that. I don't think that's really that important right now. This, however, might be a little bit more important. So we gain, I think that's like 2 production from what I remember. And then we also gain commerce here. Production is a big deal because the faster we can make things, the better, for sure. But it's probably not worth the money right now. With this, it's 5% cheaper building costs. We also will have, yeah, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and do woodworking. And then what we can do is we also have, later on, we can do logging camps, glassworks, yeah, things that are going to help us with our economy still. So, and that'll also lead us down the path of getting to our barracks a little bit faster so we can start building like a professional army pretty much. All right, we haven't done anything up here. Maybe we do a market square too. We've been kind of neglecting that
A
city.
new construction has been finished.
Oh wow,
my lord.
okay. A kingdom's already been destroyed. Alright.
Sire, our diplomat managed to improve our relations.
Very good. Alright, so with that, I think we're probably going to be able to start a trade agreement with them.
Our merchant's opinion has improved.
Yes. Awesome. So that'll also increase
A
our
new
coffers
building has been finished, sire.
over time. So we could look to see if
Tomorrow we'll
maybe
be richer.
trading... Oh, you can't change it. I thought you could change it. No, it looks like... Wow. Yeah, we're going to leave him with Castile for sure. Our royal treasury is now being increased by 85, which is very, very good. And it's also going to mean that we're going to be closer to my barracks than I expected. Alright, so... What else do we want to do? We also want to start looking at maybe increasing our religion, but not... I mean, I guess I haven't really played long enough to remember why religion is important, other than to, of course, get some things. And I don't even remember what those are. I don't remember what they are at all. Maybe I think there's some crown authority. Yeah, crown authority is one of them. So the more religion we have, the more crown authority we can gain. And of course, that says a kingdom's crown authority determines its rules over its people and lands. It also increased or decreased by various events. So we can gain income and have an effect on espionage defense and effect on stability. But yeah, I think that for the most part, I think it's not really all that necessary just yet. I mean, we're early game yet still, right?
We have received a diplomatic message.
Where? I don't see it. Where's my diplomatic message? Alright, cool. Leon's ready to go, so we're going to go ahead and build the barracks. And that means we can start to produce an actual professional army, which is great. And then we can start to look at some of the upgrades here. So we'll start here. Or actually, we'll start down here with the market square. And a scribe's office is probably pretty good for the gold and the books in town. And it's only 700 gold for that, so we might upgrade that. That would make them unhappy. So even though it's a +3 gold and +1 gold per town and
New
village, it
construction
reduces their
has been
happiness.
finished, my lord.
And happiness is definitely something you want to keep an eye on, for sure. You don't want revolts. No, sir. Alright, well, we have our barracks now. Which means we can now... Oh, no, we can't. Not yet. We have to have the swordsmiths. That's right. So swordsmiths are... There's Fletchers. There's swordsmiths there. For 640. Alright, we'll go ahead and take it, actually. We'll do swordsmiths. And that way we can have some light infantry. And then we'll also want to get Fletchers for the bowmen. And I really want to show you battles, because battles are pretty cool. They're almost like Total War-like, but they're a little
We
less...
have improved our relations.
They're definitely a
with
little
foreign
less
kingdom.
tactical. All right. I wonder if we shouldn't do another merchant and look to possibly. Oh, we don't have the money for it. I'm wondering if we shouldn't do merchant and then maybe start establishing some trade with the English. All right, what we got here? Trade opportunity. We have an opportunity to expand our trade with Castile. Yes, let's continue to do that. We don't have the goods for it, though. We'll need more goods. Let me think. So, in order to do that, we're going to have to come somewhere here like this that will actually allow us to build more goods if there's a place. There's something we can build that allows us to have more goods. Nothing in the first tier, so let's come over here and see if there's something that, like those horses that we had before. Flax. This will give us more goods. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to establish a larger trade network with Castile. And we don't need to start doing that now that I think about it, because we'll want to have enough goods to establish trade with England. So, sorry, commerce. Stability, huh? Is that because I don't have anybody there? Yeah, I think that's because I don't have anybody there. Let's try to do something about that with all these towns. We got people there. Salamanca, do you have anybody? Nope. That's probably why you're not happy. Let's do something about that. Our merchants are happy, but our army is not so happy. So now we have the ability to build some light infantry.
Finished, sire.
We'll do a couple of those. And that will make our... Yeah, we've got a pretty strong army now.
Signed peace with our enemies. And the
Very
war
good. So we
is
didn't even
over.
participate at all.
The
And that's
world
going to
at
give
your
us
fingertips.
a better... Oh, what's going on here? Who are you? Oh, I chose the wrong one. Stances. My bad. I'm just looking at kingdoms. Relations. I have good relations with all these guys except for the Aragons. And, of course, these guys. But even when you get really good with them, they... What about trade agreement? You want it? Huh. Okay. We could actually start trading with them. That's good. Are we trading with Aragon? I don't want to. Alright, let's see if we can maybe start to look at setting up support in war. Trying to remember how you do that. I think maybe through your diplomat.
My quill is at your disposal, sire.
Yeah, we'll have to plan an invasion on Aragon. I think that's what we'll have to do. That's what yeah, I'm trying to...
We can find a
That's how
solution.
we'll start to be able to get people on our side. And that way we can start to establish like allies and stuff, and that way when we do eventually come to war with them, Toulouse declared war on Provence. Mali declared war on Adrar. Alright, so the other thing that I have complaints about is that there's like the same events over and over again. I know you guys have probably already noticed this, but there's like the same things over and over and over again. Alright, appease clergy. Oh, I don't have the money for it. I do now.
Infidels beware. A new crusade is coming.
Oh no.
Your
Alright, we'll go ahead and
divine
appease the
plans will
clergy.
come to fruition.
The Ayyubids. Kingdom destroyed. Alright, well, things are heating up here.
Political view.
Let's zoom out a little bit, see what's going on in this world. You know, I think that what I like about this game is that I feel like there's just enough territories that it feels big, but not so many that it feels overwhelming. Whereas like Europa Universalis and stuff like that, they feel a little overwhelming because there's just so many different territories, right? But here, it's like, you know, for the same... Let's take what would be Ireland, for example. There's only 3 here, where I think there's like maybe 10. 7, 8, something like that in Europa Universalis, or not Europe, but even Crusader Kings, right? Like those kind of games, like they just start to feel overwhelming, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Whereas I think this game, at least at the very beginning, feels manageable. I don't know how it'll feel in a few more turns or a few more, hours. Let's go ahead and add housing here because we are low on
The
workers.
clergy applauds our recent actions.
All right, so the clergy are appeased. Nobility has, I think our army. Is that because we're just not really doing much with that? You know what we could do? We could pick out these two guys. What we'll do is we're going to bring these back over. And he's going to march over to Compostela. And he's going to drop those two guys off. And that way, hopefully, we can start to increase our army opinion a little bit.
I
think that's why
construction has been finished.
They want to know that, like, they're defending the cities well. Is what I remember. So, we'll drop these guys off here. We'll come back over here. Does not appear to be improving anything, but we'll see.
Our diplomat has strengthened our bond with another kingdom.
Man, we are just killing it with England. That's awesome. All right, now that we have these guys, we're going to go ahead and drop them back in here. We're going to come over to our barracks and then look to the Fletcher. Fletchers. There we go. And that way we can take on some archers and round that army out just a little bit better. And then next, I'm going to save up for the invasion planning.
Sire.
In fact, that'll be my next thing. We're going to... I don't think... Maybe that's not what I thought it was. I thought those were flames, but... It just... Pollution? I don't know what that is. Stop polluting your planet already. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what kind of crazy industry you guys have going on, but it's not working for us. All right, we're almost at the point where we can do it. Okay, good to go. So we're going to go ahead and plan an invasion against Navarra. Right? That's what we want, right? I want to make sure I'm not stupid.
The world at your fingertips.
It's I thought it was Aragon that we wanted to go against. Why can't we plan an invasion against Aragon? Wow, it has to be against these guys for some reason. No, we'll do Navarra then.
Your orders will be carried out to perfection.
Although they have a large army. Holy crap. Look at all those bowmen. They clearly went straight for the bowmen.
Your wisest of rulers and his king.
Alright, so venerable characters are close to natural death from old age. Oh yeah, I do look old. You wouldn't know because I'm like 12 pixels, but I'm clearly old. It's just such a weird, like, incongruent thing, right? Like, everything else looks good, and then you have these, like, extraordinarily pixel. I really feel like they took them straight from the old game. Like, even these icons look better. Like, everything about every other icon and every other thing about this game looks right, except the character portraits. It's just a weird thing. I mean, is it game breaking? No, it's just weird. And I don't know if it's just like something that they just weren't willing to do until they got done. You know, like done with the game and moved on. Looks like we have some friends. That's good. Alright, so we're going to let that continue to brew. And we're going to also take on some...
Is rebelling.
Alright, Portugal offers help with our rebels. Okay, we have rebels.
Past our guards.
We have rebels. We have rebels. We have rebels. I know I said that like 10 times, but how do we have rebels?
Our armies will bring justice!
I can't believe we have rebels. Like, are you kidding me right now?
Rebels have laid siege to our town, my lord.
And we're gonna
We'll
go
catch
kill
them
them.
off guard.
I'll
The enemy
lead.
stands no chance.
All right, so this is where it's all about. I love these battles. These battles are so they don't feel like seriously distracting. And you can actually let them automate like they were about to, but then you can also do these cool real-time strategy battles that we're about to do.
Behold the serpents that dare lay siege to our stronghold. This is the citadel we are going to defend.
All right,
Our
so
initiative is dwindling. We must attack the enemy.
we have these guys out here, so we're going to... Oh, what the heck? What the heck just happened?
What should we do?
All right. I don't know why it's being finicky right now. There we go. All right, so
Go there.
we're going
Go to that
to
position. Move your asses.
move
we're
them
on our
here,
way.
actually.
Bowmen ready.
Reach that strategic area! Move out!
We're going to move these guys over here. This is like our marshal here. I don't know why it's not letting me move.
Not too close to the enemy.
Like, to rotate the camera. I guess I can't rotate the camera, which is frustrating, to say the least.
I must be well protected. Beware of ambush. We are on our way.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are totally screwed. There's a lot of people here ready to take you on.
Move your asses.
We'll leave some here.
What should we do?
Bring them a little bit closer.
We're on our way.
I wish I could zoom out further. I wonder if there's a way to do that. I don't think there is. So we'll take all these guys here.
Our blades are sharpened.
Move! Get close to the enemy! Move out!
They're not moving. They're just sitting there. I don't remember. The last time I battled, they definitely moved. So I don't think it's... I think they actually think that's like their best bet. Maybe it's because there's rebels. I don't know. We'll speed things up here. I really wish I knew how to turn the camera. Doesn't appear that you can. I've tried W, R, all those, Q, E. None of them appear to work. It looks like they're running. They are not running. Alright, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and run into them. You stay here. Stay back.
From there,
We're going to go ahead and... Nope.
Watch out! They are flanking us. Beware of ambush.
They're trying to flank us for sure. We're going to take these guys out though.
Fools. Keep your heads down. Here we are. Charge!
Our leader is under attack.
They're running already.
They're flanking us!
My life is precious. Destroy the foe.
Ready to fight! Raise the bow!
Shoot!
Uh-oh.
Brace for impact! Surround the enemy!
The enemy is cowering.
Bowmen ready!
All right, let's come back over here. We'll grab these guys. Oh, nope. They're not going to be able to be grabbed.
Bowmen ready! Ready to fight!
Let's try to hit these horses with all we've got.
I must be well protected. Not too close to the enemy. Beware of ambush. Land precise blows, men.
Our troops have abandoned the battle. Victory is ours. We've slain the enemy leader.
Awesome. So we took out the enemy leader.
Our nobility's opinion has improved. Sire, our rebel army has been defeated. We have stopped the enemy from besieging our town.
All right, so
Your
we'll come over
orders are
here
my
and we'll heal
command.
these guys up. And this will be a good stopping point for us because we have just completed our first battle. We've got a lot going on. Again, this is a game that I'm learning again. It's been so long. So if you guys have any suggestions on what you remember on how to play, please let me know. Troubling news has arrived. Rebels are on the loose. Evidently, Adaric spy has been agitating our people. That's what's going on. That makes sense. Alright, what else do we want to do here? We want to get heavy infantry eventually. So, like, what else can we do? We got the cavalry for spear makers. We need spear makers, and we would have had stables. Wonder if we get rid. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of the village militia, and we'll build the stables, the horse breeding, because then we can. I think there's stables somewhere in this little spot, or oh no, maybe not. Maybe that's actually what they mean. They don't mean stables. They mean horses. So we'll go ahead and right-click that, and then place our draft horse endurers, which kept and trained mainly for military purposes. We'll plant every province with barracks in our kingdom. We lack the resources for stables. Is there stables here? Oh, there is. Okay, but we still want horse breeding so we can make more horses. Right? I feel like that's what... I don't know. I don't know. I think that's what we want. But, like, what about these guys? Alright, so just stables... Stables just come from this place. And I guess we don't need horses to actually have stables. We might. I don't know. Can you build one here? Let's try this. You can. Alright. So the fact that we have horses here isn't a big deal. I mean, it's unique to this province. So, anyways, I'm digressing hard. So, anyways, it's time for this episode to end. Let me know what you guys think. And stay tuned for episode 2. Until then, this is Rob from eXplore. Keep exploring.